today I'm back in the Fortnite tips and tricks video for you guys, and in today's video I have a building tips and tricks video in which I'm going to give you guys some building tips that are really going to be effective after this recent update. They have recently put instant building into the game, and I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks to utilize that. And before we get into the video, I'm going to be launching up another V-Buck giveaway. If you guys want to win a chance to win some free V-Bucks, all you have to do is to drop a like in this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on my notifications so you're notified for every single new video, and as well leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamer tag, PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. The winner will be winning 2,000 V-Bucks, so make sure you guys enter the giveaway. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be focusing on the instant building aspect that came into Fortnite, and there was some really good building updates that came out, like building sensitivity, instant building, and there's a lot of really good things coming out for this game in regards to building. And if you guys don't know where to find instant building, if you guys don't already have that on, I'm going to show you guys exactly where you can find this. You want to go into your settings, and here are the settings that I am currently using right now. If you guys ever want to copy this, this is the settings that I am using. And you're going to find this setting at the very bottom. If you go past all of these, you're going to find controller edit time. And above that, you're going to find a Builder Pro build immediately. You have to be using Builder Pro for this to work. And for whatever reason, most of you guys should already be on Builders Pro, especially by Season 6, especially with how effective using the pyramid is. And when it comes to editing stairs, if you want to edit on someone below you, it is so much easier to edit with these stairs than it is to edit with a pyramid. So when it comes to instant building, for you guys who don't already know what that is, which most of you guys should already know, but in case you don't, on Builders Pro, what used to happen, if you want to place a wall, you can place a wall immediately. But if you wanted to place these stairs, for instance, what you had to do is you had to press these stairs, you had to press the left trigger, and you had to place it again to actually place it. So you pretty much would have to hit, if you wanted to switch between structures, you would have to hit that button twice, which is super annoying, and sometimes it cucks me in mid-fight when I'm trying to switch, and I feel like I put down my wall or put down my floor, and I really didn't. I'm sure a lot of you guys were having the exact same problems as well, but with instant building out in the game, there is so many advantages that I want to cover in this video. So there is a few really good ways in Season 6 to use instant building to your advantage to get a lot of kills in Fortnite, and the first one would be, and it is so much easier now with instant building out, is in close range gunfights. It's not really for build fighting. Going into build fights, there's a lot of certain things that you want to do, and this is more for just building really smart and just outplaying opponents. But one thing that I've been doing with my shotgun is I would like to take a shot and then immediately build a wall. This is super effective for getting that quick shot off, especially when you know the guys on low ground. You really, see what I mean by you don't really want to do this in long build fights, especially because this takes too much time, and in build fights you pretty much just want to get the high ground or drop down. You have pretty much two options: get the high ground or drop down. But in a lot of situations, maybe you're in a building, maybe you're in tilted towers in the big building, and maybe you want to get a shot off, but you want to place a wall. So you want to take a shot, you probably want to take the least amount of risk. Either you can go all out, or maybe you could take a shot, put a wall, have a little bit of protection. And this is something that I do a ton, especially in the early game, but I can also be used in the late game or even mid game. And the thing I like about this is after you get that first shot off, a lot of times when you hit that shot and you put up your wall, they're probably going to be panicking, and there's a few things you can do. You can immediately edit again and just rush them all the way out, because if you get that first big tag on them, you just really want to rush all out, get as many tags on them as possible, and then try to get the finish out there. But maybe if you don't hit them, there's another thing you could maybe just pop a window. And a lot of times with the fast editing in this game, you can completely catch them off guard. And the other thing I like about this shot is, just in case they get that tag on you, you're going to be in a pretty good spot, because if they get that tag on you, you already have your wall up. So you're probably not going to get screwed over unless they just spray through it or just completely annihilate you somehow. But probably I would have to say the window is my go-to option. I like the window a lot, mainly because I can edit it very quickly. I practice a ton of playgrounds. Also, a lot of situations, maybe not even just shoot or open up a window, where you can maybe even shoot and then immediately build up, get an AR shot off, or just do whatever. You can take a shot, build, and then immediately get high ground from there. So there is a lot of options when it comes to this, and the reason why I'm talking about this now is because instant building makes it that much quicker. Another thing that is very effective is just throwing down the wall. Maybe you get that tag off, maybe you don't, but maybe you're in a situation where you have to push the guy. Once you put up the wall, they're gonna be caught off guard. They're not gonna expect you to push them right away. Sometimes they could, but a lot of times they're not going to. And you're just going to be able to shred through their health with your shot. So now I want to get into the third thing that is very effective. And this is something that I do a ton in my games as well. So this is very similar to the first one with the wall. But except for this one, this is when you have the high ground and you want to take a shot and you want to use it with the floor panel instead. And this is very, very effective when you have the high ground, and especially in duos. Maybe you have a guy distracted, or maybe even in solos when a guy's looking up at you. And there is a lot of situations where maybe you just don't have an angle on the other guy you're trying to face, and maybe the only way that you can get that angle is maybe you jump over top of him. So that can be very, very useful. And of course, with this one, you don't want to be too high or have too much high ground, because if you're using the shotgun, and I would say you're 3 or more stories high, you're really going to do not very much damage with your shotgun. So you want to make sure you're within 1 or 2 blocks high of them. And from that distance, that is where you're going to do the most amount of damage. So with instant builds in the game, I feel like this is going to be the next dominant building method in this game. I guarantee it's going to be super effective for all of you guys. It may take a little bit of time to learn, especially with the one where you're on the high ground and you want to do it with the floor panel. That could take a little bit of time, and once you get really good at it, you can even jump over top of them, get a shot on them with a shotgun, and then immediately edit down. And once you get really good, you can go for those fast edit plays as well, and it's going to be very, very smooth. So for the rest of this video, I have a fast-paced 19 kill game that I was just absolutely going off on every single person that I was running into in the entire game. So for the rest of this video, I'm going to be commentating over this gameplay and give you guys some tips and tricks to help you guys out as well. And right there in that situation, I normally would have gone for that shot that I was talking about earlier with the wall and the shot with the shotgun. The only reason that I didn't go for that in that situation was because they were already turned around. And that's another thing that I did not quite mention yet, is if they're just turned around, they're not even looking at you, there's no point of shooting and putting up that wall. You always want to play the situation on how it is. I would always recommend doing what I was talking about with the shoot, with the shotgun and the wall. I would always recommend doing that if the other player is already looking at you, or maybe they're already shooting at you. That's where I would recommend doing that, because that's when you want to take cover. If they're not even looking at you, then you just want to laser them. Here in this situation, I go for a really, really nice cone trap. So I put the cone over him, I drop down, I get the pump shot on him right there. So here I'll look over, his teammate really didn't look like that good of a player. So I get one tag down there, I drop down under my ramp. He wasn't ready for that at all. He thought I was going to come back over the top. And I was looking to get a shot on there. He comes around the side, I pop him again for 80 damage, get the kill on that guy. Then immediately ramp up and I go for a third party. This guy's getting lasered out from multiple angles. I laser this guy, get the kill on him as well. So that is 8 kills. With 35 people left, and I'm going to find another guy right past Foursquare, and this guy's just completely close. I'm not sure exactly what he's looking at, but I lasered this guy twice in the head for 62. The next team that I'm going to run into is going to be in Leaky Lake. I'm surprised that it even changed the name. I like the way it was at Loot Lake. It's just kind of weird calling it Leaky Lake now. It just doesn't sound right, because I've been used to calling it Loot Lake for the entire game. I ran into another plate down here, and if this guy was a little bit better of a player, I probably would have gone for the shotgun and then immediately placed my wall. But this guy was just looking for my teammate, and he had his back towards me for the entire time. So I just went for the laser on him and get the quick kill on that guy. And the thing for duos, you can get a lot of really easy third-party shots, especially because right here in this situation, you can just see time after time again, they're completely distracted on my teammate, and I just have free open shots on their backs. So that's definitely the easiest way to go about it when it comes to getting high kills in duos. If they're just focused on your teammate or focused on another player, just going for that third party, you're going to get a ton of kills, because it is so easy to just laser kids that are not even looking at you. And here is a situation where I run into a guy using the minigun, and I'm going to explain exactly how to outplay people like this. And a lot of times you just want to wait for an opportunity to get a shot, because a lot of players that use the minigun, they like to just stand still a lot, or maybe just completely spray. But a lot of times their body's completely exposed, and I go for the knock on that guy. And the guy with the minigun, how you want to play it is basically, if they're spraying the minigun, you always want to build up a little bit, and the second you're able to maybe just jump up and get a shot, that's what you want to do. Because normally I would recommend, going for that shot and then placing your floor. But if the guy's got the minigun and just completely spraying you, there's not much you can do. So your best option is just try to jump on top of them, because the minigun really isn't the best gun at close range, unless their RNG is just completely godly, which a lot of noobs are. They have the best RNG. They could completely look the other direction and still hit you with their shots. So here's the last team they're running into. I have 17 kills. There's only 2 other people left. I catch the guy peeking for too long. I hit the guy for 157. The heavy sniper does so much damage. It's just one of those guns, I think, like the RPG. If you get hit by it, it's going to be very hard to recover, especially if you're playing against a team who is extremely aggressive. I just went for the third zone because I didn't know where his teammate was exactly. At this point, I'm just keeping high ground, but the circle does come in exactly a minute. And at this point, I see the guy, and I'm just trying to go for a trap kill on this guy, because I have 15 traps. I have a ton of traps. So I'm going to try to go for a trap kill on this guy, so I still have my teammate, and this guy's not a super sweaty guy. So I'm going for a little bit 360, went for a no scope there, didn't hit it. decided to come around and pop a slurp. Teammate's gonna go down. He went for a trap kill or went for a no scope or something. He ended up going down, but I still wanted to get the trap kill on this guy. So I'm gonna build up, and this guy's gonna be building up as well. But I put my ramp up first, and this guy's gonna try to go for play. I mean, he tried it, but I just threw down my wall, and I threw down a trap. This guy was right in the middle of it. He tried throwing down a trap on the other wall, but he couldn't pull it off. And alright guys, that's it for this video. Hope you guys liked this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If these building tips helped you guys out, make sure to drop a like in this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on my notifications. And alright guys, I will see you in the next video.
It be hard to watch your cash when the van keep dropping. Got the big Ford on me, so my pants keep